I'm Matt Adams, Hardin County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. We're out here this morning at Creekside Elementary School in Sonora, Kentucky, and thank you for joining Hardin County Extension today. All right, y'all ready to get started this morning?
Yeah!
Okay, well, my name's Matt Adams. I'm an extension agent at the Hardin County Extension Office. Part of my job is I teach adults if they want to use a pesticide or different chemicals to control things in their garden or their yards or on a farmer in their fields. If they want to control things out there, then they have to come to a class that I teach to be able to use those products, to be able to be taught how to use them safely. I'm going to teach them how to use them safely and how to keep you all safe if you're around when they're using them. So we're going to talk a little bit about pesticides today, and we're also going to talk about chemicals and just general chemical safety. And I'm going to show you some chemicals you might see around your house at home and how to stay safe around those. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, first of all, anybody know what a pesticide is?
No.
Nobody knows? You want me to help you a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, it's a two-part word. So the first part's pest. Do you know what a pest is? What's a pest?
A bug that keeps messing with you.
A bug that keeps messing with you. That's a good example. What else?
Like a pet if it's not being very good.
A pet if it's not being very good, could be.
It's not really one of those. I know what pesticide is.
Okay. What's a pesticide then?
It's like the spray that kills pets.
Like a spray?
Kills pets.
All right, we'll follow up on that.
It means bugs.
Any other ideas on a pest?
Like
Bugs and stuff?
Like rid of their hides or something.
Yeah.
Like mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes and gnats?
Yeah.
So a pest is basically anything that we don't want in a particular setting. So that can be a bug, it can be a plant or a weed, it can be some other things. An example of that, say we have a weed out here in this yard out here in the grass that we don't want to be there. Is that a pest?
Yep.
That's a pest because we don't want it there, right? What about if it's over there in that cow pasture and the cows really like to eat it? Is it a pest over there? No, it's not a pest over there because we want it there. So a pest isn't always a pest. It depends on what situation it's in. All right, so we've got three main classes of pesticides we'll talk about today. Any ideas what those are? Go ahead. What chemicals are what? Do we have any idea what some of those different classes of chemicals are? I can help you out a little.
No, yes, please. Yes, please.
What about bugs? Do you all usually want bugs around?
No.
So that's a pest, right?
Yes.
What's another name for a bug?
Insect.
An insect?
Yeah.
All right. Going back, I didn't finish telling you all what pesticide meant, did I? So we decided it was a pest. What's the second part of the word is side? What do you think that means? Go ahead.
Like the side of your head.
Like the side of your head? Not quite. Anybody have any ideas? That's a hard one. Need me to help you?
Like sprays and stuff.
Sprays.
And stuff, like pushing something.
Pushing something aside, you're getting closer. So side basically means to kill or get rid of. So pesticide, we're using that to get rid of pests. Make sense? So pesticide is anything we use to get rid of something that we don't want in a particular setting. All right, so we talked about insecticides, right?
Yeah.
That was one type of pesticide. What other kind of pesticides do you think we'd have? What else might we want to control that we don't want? Mice? We'll keep that in the same class as insecticide. Anything else? What about weeds? Do we know what weed killers are? What that's called? We call those herbicides. Do you know why?
Because they're
Exactly. So they're The word herb basically just means plant or weed. So a herbicide is something that's going to kill the weeds. There's one more that's a little harder. Anybody have any guesses? I may have to help you. Sometimes trees, but that'd be under herbicides. Did you all know plants can get sick? They can get diseases, they can get funguses on them. What do you think we might use for those? They call it a fungicide. So they're going to kill or prevent fungus and disease from getting on that plant. So we talked about herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides. Which one of those three do you think is most harmful to you and I? I heard herbicides, I heard fungicides. Neither one of those are really right.
Weed killer.
Insecticides, I think I heard somebody say it. Insecticides are going to be the most harmful to you and I. Why do you think? Why do you think that is?
Because some insects can be poisonous.
Because some insects can be poisonous. What else?
Because they can mess up things in your house.
They can mess up things in your house.
They can spread diseases.
They can spread diseases. So the insecticides we have to watch out for more than the rest because we're more closely related to the insects than we are plants or funguses. So if an insecticide is going to kill an insect, if it eats or drinks it, then it's probably going to make us sick, right? Because we're pretty closely related to an insect. So we want to be careful around all three of those, but the insecticides can really make us sick. All right, so I meant to bring a herbicide container with me this morning. I ran off and forgot it. But have any of y'all ever seen any pesticides at home?
Yeah.
What did they look like? What did the container look like that they were in?
It's like white and has like type of bugs on it.
White and has some bugs on it.
It kind of looks like pumpkin.
Yeah. What else?
It was black and it had a hose to it.
Black and had a hose to it. So it's usually really heavy plastic or metal, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's like that? Why do you think it's in a container like that?
Because you don't want it to spill out. And
You don't want it to spill out. If I dropped it out here on the blacktop, we don't want it to bust and go all over us, right? Yeah. So what else is on that? I heard it a while ago, might have pictures of bugs on it, or might have pictures of what it's trying to control. Have you all seen that before? Yeah. What else might it have on that other than the pictures? What else might be written on there? Go ahead.
like
What the ingredients are in it? Very good. I haven't had that all day. What else?
how to use it safely.
How to use it safely. So it's going to have, that's something I have to teach in my classes, is it's going to tell you what kind of personal protective equipment to wear. So usually they're going to want you to wear gloves that are chemical resistant. They usually cover most of your arms. Sometimes long sleeves, long pants, keep it off your skin. Might have to wear goggles so it doesn't splash up in your eyes. Sometimes you have to wear a mask or a respirator to keep from inhaling the fumes out of it. So all that being said, say I've got that pesticide jug and there's just a little bit left in the bottom. It's a big jug. I don't want to take up all this room in the garage on the shelf. So is it okay to take just that little bit and maybe pour it into like this water bottle? It's a whole lot smaller. It's not going to take up near as much room. Is that okay?
No,
Why is that not okay?
because if you go to drink it and you think it's water.
Exactly. You might go to drink it and you think it's water, and then all of a sudden you've drank a pesticide that's probably going to make me pretty sick, isn't it?
Yeah, because once my brother put clear nail polish in a water bottle, and I grabbed that water bottle and I drunk it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so we don't want to do that.
I did not get
Why else don't we want to put it in one of these bottles?
Because if you kind of like drop something sharp and gas right there, it can actually bust that.
Yeah. Easier to bust this than the container it originally came in, right? Any other reasons? Go ahead.
Because whenever it's that, the top's most likely to come off.
Yep, top's more likely to come off. Another thing, are we going to know what it is when we put it in here? If we go to use it on something else, we might not know what's in there, right?
Yeah.
So we might get mistaken and put it on a plant that we didn't want to kill, or an insect that we didn't want to kill, and might end up causing harm there, right? All right, so we know that's a bad idea. So knowing all that, are we ready to play a little game?
Yeah.
All right, name of the game, safe or unsafe? Do y'all want to know the rules? They're pretty easy. So I'm going to hold these up, and there's going to be two together that kind of look alike. You tell me if they're safe or unsafe just looking at them, okay? Y'all think you got it? You ready? What about this one? Safe or unsafe? Just shout it out. Got some safes, we've got some unsafes. Now what about this one? Safe or unsafe? Unsafe? I heard a lot of unsafes. Y'all are pretty smart.
Knew it. I thought it was yellow berry.
Is it okay to drink this?
Yeah.
What about this one?
No.
We don't want to drink that, do we? Can you tell the difference just looking at them?
One looks like cleaner.
What if they weren't side by side and they were just in that clear plastic container? Would you know the difference?
No.
Probably not. What if you had a little bit left in this bottle and you poured it in this Gatorade bottle? Would you know the difference then? You want to know the really scary part about this? A lot of times, chemicals that are harmful to us that we don't want to be around, they'll have a weird smell, and they don't smell like something we want to eat or drink. But when you take the lids off of these, we're not going to do it. But when you take the lids off of these, they both smell the same. Both smell like lemons, right? They both smell like lemons. So don't always use that as a indicator of whether it's safe to eat or drink. All right, you ready for the next one? Y'all think you got the hang of it? Safe or unsafe? Heard a lot of safes. What about this one? Safe or unsafe? Unsafe? Are you ready? See if you're right.
I knew it. Oh, yes.
What's this?
Apple juice.
This isn't apple juice. Motor oil? Do you want to cook this? Do you want to cook dinner with this? No, probably not. What about this? Can we cook dinner with this? Yep. All right, I saved the hardest one for last. Y'all think you've got it now? You think you can get this one? Are you ready? Safe or unsafe? Safe? What about this one? You sure about that? Y'all are getting the hang of it. What's this? Safe to drink? What about this one? Do we need to drink this one? No. Well, if we poured some of this in the water bottle, would you be able to tell the difference? They look the same, don't they? So should we leave things in the containers they came in? All right, I'm gonna ask y'all a few questions to make sure I didn't forget anything, okay? You think you can help me out? All right, first of all, what's a pest?
An insect. Something you want to get rid of.
Something you want to get rid of. Perfect. Something that you don't want in a particular situation. So what's a pesticide? Go ahead.
It's a pest that you want to get rid of, and if you spray it on it, it gets rid of it.
Yep, something you use to get rid of a pest that you don't want. Exactly. If you have a pest, is it always a pest?
No.
Doesn't always have to be a pest, does it? What are some things that we might have to wear if we're handling pesticides, or that your moms and dads might have to wear? You all are too young to be handling them. Go ahead. Safety gear, gloves, what else? Long sleeves, what else? Long pants. Go ahead. Gloves, boots, maybe some glasses, keep stuff out of your eyes. A mask sometimes, yep.
A hat so it doesn't get any.
Exactly. All right, is it okay to put stuff in something like a water bottle or a Gatorade bottle? All right, I've got one last thing for you all. I've got a challenge for you. You think you're up for it?
Yeah!
All right, if you go home sometime and you see any adult, your mom, dad, grandparents, whatever, taking a chemical out of the original container and pouring it in something like a water bottle or a Gatorade bottle or anything like that, tell them not to do that, okay? And you can tell them I said so, and you know all the reasons now not to, and you can explain it to them, okay? Is that a deal?
Deal!
All right, any questions? No? All right, well, thank you all.
All righty. So are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Have y'all been having fun here today?
Yeah.
Are y'all learning safety stuff?
Yeah.
All right, so now y'all get to come over here and hang out with me for 15 minutes, and guess what? We're gonna talk about germs. I know, I know you're tired of hearing that about washing your hands and all of that good stuff, but we just wanna make sure that you're keeping safe and that you're staying safe. That you don't get sick, right. So, with that being said, so we're gonna use this scenario. I left my fruit on the desk, but we're gonna use this scenario about apples. Okay, mom picks up an apple, she brings it home, but before mom got to the apple to bring it home, that apple was touched by 15 different people because everybody wants the perfect apple that looks just right, don't have any spots or blemishes on it. So she brings it home, she sits it on the counter, and then you come through and you pick it up. Nobody has washed it. So guess what? If you didn't wash it and you just started eating it, those 15 people that touched it before you're now eating their germs. You don't know if they washed their hands, if they coughed on it, if they sneezed on it, all of that. So you don't want any of nobody else's germs in your body. That's how a lot of germs get transferred, is because of contact. Nobody wants to be sick. Everybody likes coming to school. I didn't get an amen on that one. No.
I love school.
Good, thank you.
I love school, but I don't like wearing masks.
I understand that. So if we all do our part to keep germs from spreading and all of that different stuff, we're going to get there. So we want to make sure that we are washing our hands. How long are you supposed to wash your hands? 2 minutes?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. To what songs can you sing?
ABC.
And what else?
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday.
1, 2, 3, and happy birthday. So what are we going to use when we're washing our hands?
Soap and water.
Soap and water. How the water should feel? Warm, or should it be cold? No. It should be what? Warm or hot. Even if you're at home, the water at home temperature is different from the one at school.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Why is it important to only wash your hands with warm water and not cold water?
Because the warm water helps to kill the germs. Because even if it's cold, it's not taking it out. Warm water or hot water helps to remove stuff that are stuck on your hand. Cold water does not. Just like when your hands are sticky from eating candy and then you put it up under the cold water, it doesn't help it. But if you put it up under the warm or the hot water, it helps to remove the sticky stuff off of your hand.
Why do you take hot and it's too hot, like you're gonna burn?
Okay, that's when you add cold water to it. Turn the hot water down and add cold water to it, and it should make it just right where you're able to wash your hands. Yes, sir?
You know how you were talking about eating up people's germs? What you could do is you could bring it home, alright, and before you just go bite into it, what you should do is you should like wash it.
Yeah, you should.
Then after you dry it off, wash your hands.
Right, exactly, because that's way, like I say, germs are always, to curb the germ thing is doing prevention, is washing your hands. I have a little friend here, and he is the common cold. This is what the common cold germ looks like in your body. Yeah. He might be cute looking with his little blue self, with his little pretty eyes, but he does not make your body feel good. So who all have had a cold before? How did it make you feel? Sick. Did you want to get up?
No.
I stayed in my bed for 24 hours.
Yep, slept in the bed, you had a fever, just felt bad.
My nose would get so stopped up and my whole head would be like muggy in my sinuses.
Yep, you'd be all muggy. And here go my other little friend. Yeah, he cute, but remember, he does something, he does not like your body. Who all, no, this is not COVID. who all have had strep throat?
That's strep.
Yep, this is what the strep germ looks like.
You ruined my birthday.
You had strep on your birthday? Bless your heart. So, I mean, like I say, he might have the little pretty little droopy eyes, but he does not make your throat feel good.
He does not like your throat.
He does not like your throat. It feels like razor blades and all. I mean, just stuff
Just like someone cutting your neck.
yeah, because you can't hardly swallow. You get to eat ice cream and popsicle might be the good thing, but it just makes you feel real bad. All right.
That's all.
Now that they said it was COVID before. It does look like COVID when
But
you
it's not COVID.
when you
It
turn
has,
it this
like,
way.
little things all
So,
around it.
but when you turn it this way, what does it look like? Chicken. Yeah, chicken pox. So how many of y'all have had chicken pox? I had it when I was in 6th grade, years and years ago. But a lot of y'all won't have it now because you have had the vaccine for chicken pox. But when I had it, I was covered from head to toe with little bitty blisters all over. So that's what chicken pox does. It covers you, it makes you itch, you have a fever, it gets in your... Chicken pox can get anywhere, in your mouth, your hair, your eyes, your nose, your ears, your fingers, lips. Chicken pox was, back in the day, was ruthless. He was horrible. But like I say, y'all won't get to have it because some of y'all have had the vaccine for it.
Wasn't it deadly at one time?
Yep, smallpox was. Yep.
That's not the virus.
No, this is not the virus. I don't have a COVID germ yet. I'm gonna have to order one and put in the kit. But this is this is what, when you don't brush your teeth and then you begin to have cavities. No, and then you don't brush your tongue. So this is bad breath.
Bad breath.
Yes, this is Mr. Bad Breath. So we have to make sure that we are brushing our teeth real good, we're flossing, and also that we are brushing our tongue to make sure that we are removing all of those food particles that we have eaten throughout the day, because we don't want anybody to have bad breath. Yes, we're wearing masks, and it might come to a point where we don't have to wear masks, and then if you're talking to somebody, you want to make sure that your breath is, clean and fresh.
They're also cute, but nobody wants them.
That's right. I told you they're cute, but don't nobody wants them. You're definitely right.
Because the strep kind of looks like a peanut, but red.
Yeah. They call it Mr. Hot Tamale because it makes your throat hot a while ago. So, so hey, yeah. So they renamed all of them. Yeah, this looked like a cheese sandwich.
It really does.
But this is Mr. Stomach Bug. How many of y'all had a stomach bug?
I have it all the time.
You have it all the time?
It ruined my little brother.
Yeah, it ruins things, because you're feeling sick, you're nauseated, you don't want anything to eat, you're throwing up and all that bad stuff.
I had it the day before my birthday.
Oh, bless your heart. Almost ruined your birthday, didn't it? If it had been a day later. So this is the stomach bug.
I don't like it.
And a lot of times you get a stomach bug is from eating food that has not been cooked properly, that has not been stored properly, that has expired. So sometimes when people go to the restaurant and they come home within 24 hours, they're feeling bad, they got a stomach bug, and it could be from food that was not cooked properly.
Yeah, because one time when me and some of my family members went to this restaurant near Texas Roadhouse, my mom, my grandma, and my aunt all had the same same thing, and they all got the stomach bug. They all had the same thing with this chicken.
Mhm.
So they think it wasn't either cooked properly, or they just.
Yeah, because sometimes chicken is one thing that has to be cooked very properly. The temperature on chicken has to be 165 or above. Anything under that 165 is not cooked properly.
Yeah, because they think it was at least at 150 something.
Yeah, because it can, if it's not chicken, if chicken is not cooked properly, it can make you sick.
One time on our birthday, there's a double rainbow that stopped in the middle of the road.
That is awesome. Rainbows are pretty. Yes, ma'am.
I have a stomach bug like every year. Is it contagious?
Some can be, and some are just, we have just eaten things that we shouldn't have eaten, or it wasn't cooked properly.
One time we went to me and my mom and dad went to a restaurant, and they both got a salad, and my mom noticed that her chicken was like really pink.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken that wasn't cooked, not properly, but if she did, she would have got a good cook.
Yeah, and you have to send it back, because if the chicken is pink, that means it is not done. So you have to make sure that there is no pink in your chicken. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, one time I had like the flu
Mm-hmm.
or cold, and I was sick for almost like a month.
And sometimes it takes a long time for people to get over things. That's why you have to make sure that you're eating the proper fruits and vegetables to boost your immune system so that you won't get sick. And if you do get sick, you will have a short recovery time. So that's why we have to make sure we're eating our vegetables, the broccoli, the carrots.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's wrong with carrots?
Carrots are yummy.
Fruits are delicious, but you got to make sure you eat your vegetables. What about your vegetables? Tomatoes are good. Asparagus is good.
I like
Broccoli is good.
Pepper.
Huh? Celery is good with peanut butter and raisins. Brussels sprouts are good too.
Because one time when we went to Texas Roadhouse, my dad ordered a steak and it was like a different color than it was supposed to be. So he asked the waiter, if they could make another one because it looked like it was uncooked because it was like a different color than it's supposed to be inside.
Yeah, a lot of people eat their steaks medium or they eat them rare, but I prefer mine well done. I don't want to see nothing, no pink nowhere.
He eats his done well done.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
It was like medium.
This one time, me and my family went to Tennessee, and we ate out because we didn't really bring anything with us, so we ate out every night. And then we ended up having to go home because me and my little brother ate some kind of kids meal at some kind of restaurant that was open at the time, and we got sick.
Yeah.
And we couldn't stand it.
Right. So that can happen. Like I say, undercooked food is one thing that can cause you to have a stomach bug. Did I show y'all?
It looks like a potato.
Yes, and like I say, they all look cute.
Like a stick of butter.
Like a stick of butter.
Like a potato.
A potato.
Mr. Butter.
Mm-hmm. But this is cough. When you have a cold, don't you have a cough that comes along with it? So this is what the cough germ looks like.
Mr. Cough.
Mr. Cough. And it just, you cough, it makes you just feel bad. And sometimes you could cough so much that it makes your chest hurt because you're coughing and you're doing a whole lot of coughing. So that's why we want to make sure that you are eating the proper fruits and vegetables so that it can boost up your immune system.
I like apples and bananas.
Okay, well that is a start. Those two are good. They are loaded with vitamins, so you have a start with apples and bananas.
I also eat strawberry banana.
Mm-hmm. So now that we have discussed about the germs and different things, one of the things that can help us is when we are touching things to make sure that we washing our hands. What is one way that you can open a door?
stuff that you wipe the wet stuff off, and you can use it really
Right, that's one way.
You can like do this.
Do you use your shirt?
You can like, if you have like baby wipes in your like purse or something, if
Mhm.
you can wipe. You can use the baby wipes.
Right. All of those are good ways of opening the door, because a lot of times when people use the door handles, or if the doors don't open automatically, they have to either push it, pull it to get out. And then you don't know where their hands have been.
And if they've washed their hands.
And if they wash their hands. Yes, ma'am?
Sometimes they might have these things that you put your foot on and you pull it back.
Right. So you can do it that way. So, and also we need to make sure that when we're touching things, like now I see a lot of y'all playing with the hay. So when you get it through, make sure you don't touch your eyes, your nose, or your mouth, because those are the entryways for germs to get into our bodies. So, because we don't know where the hay been before it got here, what was running through the hay while it was out in the field. It could have been, you know, the wild animals. They could have been out there doing their due in the bushes or whatever before the hay was. And I know you're sitting on it, but you're also touching it with your hands. Make sure you don't touch your eyes, your nose, or your mouth.
Or your ears.
Or your who? Or your ears. Just make sure you don't touch the eyes, nose, or the mouth with your hand, because those, like I say, those are the entryways for the germs to enter your body.
What if you have an itch close to your mouth?
If you have an itch, use the part of your arm. Just don't use your fingers. And she has hand sanitizer in her purse. I'm quite sure some of y'all might have some in your backpack or in your room. We just want to make sure that you're not giving germs access to your body. There are good germs in our bodies, and one of how those are in there to fight the bad germs. So we can't kill off all the germs. Sometimes when you get strep throat, they give you antibiotics to fight the bad germs, but they also sometimes kills off the good germs too. So you have to put good germs back into your body. Yes, ma'am.
Also, like if it's like right under my lip or something, I like use my teeth.
Yeah. Just don't, right now, since you're outside, just don't touch your eyes, nose, and your mouth. Yes, sir?
You know how you were talking about sanitizer? Speaking of sanitizer, I have a container of it in the building on my desk.
Right. And it's also, and I keep some in my pocket, in my purse, in the car, on my desk, just having it, because sometimes you might not have ready access to running water and soap at that particular time.
I had some just now,
Oh, okay. And using hand sanitizer is not a substitute for washing your hands. Washing your hands is always good, but like I say, you might not have access to running water and soap at that particular time, so that's when hand sanitizer come into play. Yes, ma'am?
My mom said that hand sanitizer can also kill the good germs.
Yep, it can. So that's why we gotta start, making sure that we put it back. Who likes yogurt? Yogurt, that's good. Everybody likes, well, you like yogurt? Y'all don't like yogurt? You like? Yep, yogurt is healthy for you. Especially if it has probiotics in it. It helps to put the good germs back into your system.
Thanks for coming along with us today. Be sure to stay tuned for some upcoming events.